the sounds, the chaos!
Strange indeed.
Oblivion.
My word, a warm blood. Welcome to our abode of exile. And pay no mind to Ebenezer there. I think his ship is short of a few sails, the poor fellow. I tend to avoid thinking of the life I used to lead. The life of a traveller, a sailor, a free spirit. Those memories would break my heart, if the heart I still had. For some reason, he insists he doesn't want to go to the Hall of Echoes, to the afterlife. He claims we weren't cursed, but blessed to roam Rivellon forever. Most of us feel sorry for the poor fellow. Some say all sinners and saints alike are welcome in the hall, but I've also heard that the especially sinful are cast somewhere far worse.
A mortal! Aha, well, surely I don't have to tell you how much better a life, or death, here in Rivellon is compared to a dreadful eternity in the Hall of Echoes.
There's something to it, isn't
Beats
there?
me. We're hardly the only Sicilians lost at sea. But there's some strange magic afoot of late. The dead can't seem to stay that way. We were all aboard a ship, headed from Arata to fair Sicile. But upon our return, the lighthouse failed to shine its light. We were lost upon the rocks and flung far and wide upon the tempestuous waves. The name's Ebenezer. Pleased to make your acquaintance. You've probably been meeting some sad souls around here, but I sure as hell ain't one of them. In life, my interests were soft leathers, southern vintages, sun-ripened afternoons, and ample-fleshed companions. Each sense was a source of new and familiar pleasures, and I luxuriated in them all. As a ghost, I admit that many of those pleasures evade me, but Rivellon still smacks of life more than the Hall of Echoes could. Though half the fun of fun is sharing your exploits with an eager ear, you know? Oh, what I'd give to find my little buddy again. The best listener I ever had the pleasure of regaling. The final resting place for those deemed worthy of paradise. Paradise after life? Ha! Look around. Paradise is opening your eyes. Or in my case, gazing through the ectoplasm and seeing the wide, wild world around you. Can you imagine anything worse than being stuffed up into oblivion with the rest of the dead? Ah, give me tragedy, chaos, beauty, and delight. My companions would do well to stop pining and start enjoying, no? The ship that sunk and turned us all into phantoms, she was home to a sweet old tomcat, Oscar by name, who'd curl up cozy as can be on my pillow. We shared many stormy nights while I scratched his little chin and whispered stories of my youthful exploits. But I reckon cats don't stay on as ghosts after they pass, 'cause the little furball is nowhere to be seen. That, or the lucky bastard managed to survive the wreck. He was a scrappy old fellow after all.
Speaker, please.
Who wants
Come
to be
to listen
judged?
to Ebenezer expound upon the virtues of fine wine and free love. They don't elucidate, but they certainly do entertain. I am but a restless ghost longing for eternal ease. A virtuous life I led, and I long to go to the Hall of Echoes. For some reason, he insists he doesn't want to go to the Hall of Echoes, to the afterlife. He claims we weren't cursed, but blessed to roam Rivellon forever. Most of us feel sorry for the poor fellow. Where the dead go to live a proper afterlife. A much more welcoming environment than this dingy cemetery, I'm sure.
Strange. For oblivion.
Strange indeed.
Strange. Strange indeed.
Who wants to be judged by a panel of stony-faced gods? In Rivellon, we are our own judges. This ghostly form is the finest blessing we could hope
There's
for.
something to it, isn't
The
there?
sights, the sounds, the chaos! Ah, who'd
Strange.
give all this up for
Strange
oblivion?
indeed. There's something to it, isn't there?
Here lies repeating
Who
Leon.
wants to be judged by a
R.I.P.
panel of
Indeed.
stony-faced
Here lies
gods?
Sodom.
In Rivellon, we are our
Strange
own
indeed.
judges.
Honestly, I had no
This
idea.
ghostly form is the finest blessing we could hope for. The sights, the
lies
sounds,
There's
the
something to it,
chaos!
isn't there?
Ah, who'd give all this up for oblivion?
My mother would scold me well and good for standing here and listening to old Ebenezer deriding the gods. But what else is a ghost to do all day? He's one of us after all. I tend to avoid thinking of the life I used to lead. The life of a traveler, a sailor, a free spirit. Those memories would break my heart.
What a character that Ebenezer is! Preaches more passionately than a priest. Only he speaks against the heavens rather than for them. Quite curious, but I've grown fond of him and his eccentricities. I tend to avoid thinking of the life I used to lead. The life of a traveler, a sailor, a free...
There's something to it, isn't there?
This ghostly form is the finest blessing we could hope for.
Here lies Thas the Grumble Goblin. Grumble, grumble.
We are our own judges. This ghostly form is the finest, the sights, the sounds, the chaos. Ah, who'd give all this up for oblivion? Who wants to be judged by a
Light as a feather.
Who wants to be judged by a panel of stony-faced gods? In Rivalon, we are our own judges. This ghostly form is the finest blessing we can hope for. The sights, the sounds, the chaos.
Speaker, please.
Who'd give all this up for oblivion?
Marry in haste, repenting at leisure.
Go on then,
Who
Ed.
wants to be judged by a panel of stony-faced gods? In Rivalon,
Here
we
lies
are our
Anna
own
Matapia.
judges.
Whoosh, bang, splash, and she was gone.
The sights, the sounds, the chaos. Ah, who'd give all this up for oblivion?
Here is Isis, a rock in crisis. Here lies Whitney, the fancy atheist, all dressed up and nowhere to go.
Does anybody else smell smoke?
Breath of the tracks.
from the skies. Into the fray once more. Stay for combat! Soaked to the skin.
Bless the seven. I am restored. Bless the seven. I am restored.
Here lies old Shifty. He knew, I tell you. Here lies Aligori the Witch. We made an example out of her. Here lies Tom B. Stone. He hated puns until his dying day. Here lies Helen. Her eyes could start wars. Here lies Paz Thomas. He lived as a writer, but rests as an author.
I guess someone else got here
Here
first.
lies Gordon, the world's finest feline.
Breaking bone!
Here lies Wallenzent, defiler of thoughts. Here lies Montgomery, cat person.
Restored! As good as a new penny. Bless the seven, I am restored!
I feel better already. Bless the seven, I am restored.
As you try to enter the church, the statues that flank its heavy oaken doors address you.
Hold your horses, stranger. This holy hall may be entered by those who are loyal to the goddess only. And even eyes of stone can see you are no such creature. Ha! Who are those loyal to the goddess, it asks. They are those who have seen the powers of blood, ignorant one. They partake in the knowledge of old. Blood is life. Blood undoes death. Such is the wisdom you cannot even conceive. It is a wish we cannot grant, unless you prove you have knowledge of the goddess. Answer us therefore the following question. How is she known among the loyal, the exalted one? She who speaks for the goddess. Before such piety, we cannot remain as stern as the stone we are shaped from. Go! You may enter the church. The loyals are lucky to count you among their number.
Source Hunter. Have you come to lend your blood to our cause? How much simpler all this would be if only it was so. Still, I cannot blame you for struggling against me. What reason have you to trust me that your efforts are misplaced? But now, with Brachus Rex nearly risen, there's little more you can do to hinder me. Perhaps for the better. When we first met on the beaches of Sicile, I underestimated you. That blunder has cost me dearly. Still, after all, you need not know more than this. The end is coming. The end of sorrow. The end of pain. Those who oppose me oppose peace itself. And here I thought you'd seen it yourself. Tell me, what is the imp historian doing, if not begging you to divert the void? So, you're familiar after all. You know as well as I that the void is coming. In fact, if I'm very precise, it's already here. But you need not be afraid. The void is ourselves. We are destined to rejoin it. I have chosen a dark and dangerous path, but I vow that those sacrificed have not suffered in vain. My only wish for all of Revellon is the soft, hush of silence. Brachus Rex was the forefather of our cause, the original Immaculate. His resurrection brings Rivellon one step closer to the ultimate solution: dissolution. Wouldn't you like to meet him? The sorcerer your order was formed to destroy. I'm certain he'd love nothing more than to meet you. Follow me. Find out.
I needed that! A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
What's that gleam?
Hidden switch. Perhaps it has something to do with opening that hatch. A switch, much like the first. Could there be more? Three down. But how many to go? What was that? I heard the sound of scraping in the main hall.
Greetings, greetings. Oh, you are most welcome in my chamber. Customers rarely find me up here, but I do so abhor the hustle and bustle of the marketplace. That I am. I have spent more of my life on the road travelling alongside great caravans than I have in any given place in Rivellon. All of this earth is my home, for a few days or even but a few hours at a time, that is. You wouldn't believe some of the things I have seen. Oh yes, a city besieged by the dead isn't even remotely special to me. All the better that it isn't, for you and for me, because outlandish events lead to outlandish wares. Oh, but let us not discuss. Let us browse and barter. How gratifying to see you return. You are quickly becoming my favorite customer.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Join the Spud Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes.
Oh no, noble friend. Your upper chakras are in desperate need of a good scrubbing. Fortunately for you, my homebrewed tinctures will do the job. Or if you're in the mood for something a bit more electrifying, one of my air scrolls might give your system just the shock it needs.
Big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Join the Spud Club if you got an eye for farm potatoes.
Stefan! Steph!
Well,
Performers, showmen, show all of them. Oh, that Gallagher is quite the performer. One of my own ilk. Sometimes all the flies need is a little honey, eh? And things are certainly, just like old times. The rush, the thrill. What a delight. Please stay and enjoy the show, though you may have some trouble finding a seat.
Hey, it's you again! I don't have to tell you that Cedric's act will help you banish belly fat and inspire your kids to say no to drugs.
wow.
Sir, no, sir.
I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter.
Strange magic here. How will we deactivate it?
The pedestal is carved with a shallow six-sided indentation. Something fairly small and hexagonal may fit inside.
Bloodstone, as powerful as it is sinister.
The pedestal is carved with a shallow six-sided indentation. Something fairly small and hexagonal may fit inside.
The Starstone Seekers return. Most fortuitous indeed, for I have been pondering over the nature of our shelter plane like a poet over his muse. For now, I will refrain from entertaining, or, as the case may be, annoying you with hapless conjectures, until in the maze that is my mind, I happen to stumble upon a clue more concrete than mere theory. In the meantime, and in the interest of saving time, please tell me your thoughts about the lady you talked to in the Hall of Heroes during your previous visit. Deceive. Desert. Your words, they ring a distant bell, but they are but pieces of the puzzle. And yet, could she be? But no, hold your chattering tongue, zigzags. You promised you wouldn't hazard any guesses, and you'll stick to your word. You have my thanks, friends, for indulging me. A new portal has opened, and no doubt you are as curious as I am to find out what lies beyond. Let's go and take a look.
This place looks rather cozy, doesn't it?
It does. Almost like coming
By
home.
the fangs of the void, it is true. She told me she had seen you. Yet never would I have believed her delusions until here, now. They manifest before me. You have become undeniable. The scurrilous sentinels themselves. It is miraculous, irrefutably so. But oh, how low you have fallen. Look at what you have become. What were stars have become moribund embers. You are to be Kitten.
Know that demon?
And none too friendly either.
What am I doing? This isn't my chest, and I know it.
This chest. I know it to be mine. But how?
My whole chest. Why do I remember it?